With the recent announcement of Songs of the Past, a third expansion for The Witcher 3, I just knew I had to play this game again. My second video on this channel was a challenge run for the main story of The Witcher 3. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you'd like to watch it. In this video, we're going to pick up right where we left off in that one. We are going to see if we can complete the first expansion, Hearts of Stone, only using our simple magical spells, known as signs. Now, let's go over the rules. These will be the same as last time. It'll be on Death March difficulty, no swords or crossbows, no armor, no consumable items. This includes potion, food, bombs, etc, etc, etc. Lastly, we must always choose the greater evil when given a choice. Most of the time, this will just mean I choose violence. Alright, let's quickly go over what Geralt can actually do before it becomes too crazy in the combat scenarios. He has 5 Witcher signs, the first being Yrden. This creates a trap that will slow down enemies. Next is Quen. This is our most useful sign that gives us a protective shield. Igni is your standard fire attack. Lighting enemies on fire can deal a fair bit of damage as it deals a percentage of their maximum health. Axii is for mind control and it's not very useful in this challenge. Lastly, we have Ard, a telekinetic blast. This deals knockback and with my build does a decent amount of damage. Speaking of my build, this is what we had by the end of the first video. I invested heavily into Quen. With Exploding Shield I deal some damage and knockback when my shield is destroyed. This is paired with Quen Discharge to reflect damage when I am attacked. This damage also heals Geralt and is one of my few sources of healing. For Ard I have Shockwave, which increases my damage to 300. It does scale based on the enemy level, so it's a consistent form of damage. I also have the alternate sign for Igni, as the fire stream can disarm enemies with shields. To ensure I cast as many signs as possible, I have some other abilities. Rage Management allows me to use Adrenaline to cast. The next ability grants me Adrenaline by dodging. Then another gives me Adrenaline by casting signs. For defensive purposes, I have Undying. This ability allows me to be revived if I die, as long as I have 1 Adrenaline point. That's very powerful, as you could imagine. Lastly, I have Razor Focus to begin battles with 1 Adrenaline point. That was a lot of information, so if you're confused, don't worry. It'll make more sense when you see it in action. Now, let's begin our journey. We start by meeting a man known as Olgierd von Everick. They have a contract for us to defeat a monster in the sewers. Seems simple enough. What's the worst that could happen? We make our way to the sewers and jump right in. Who needs a ladder? Inside we meet someone very important. Her name is Shani. We try to convince her to stay behind while we fight the monster, but she is Shani after all.
I'm a big girl, Geralt. I can take care of myself. And you know I'll get my way, so don't try and talk me out of anything.
Fine.
In the sewers I finally get to test my combat skills and I realize how rusty I am. Igni is the play here as the drowners easily catch on fire. But my dodging skills are gonna need to improve if I'm gonna stand a chance later on. We continue down into the depths of the sewer and find the lair of the beast.
Shani, look at me. Promise you'll stay out of it.
I promise.
Good. Now go hide.
With Shani finally leaving me alone and in a safe place, it's time to get to work. We lure out the beast and it's time for our first boss fight. The Toad Prince is quite a deadly foe, so I decide to keep my distance as long-range attacks are much easier to dodge. I started out by using Igni as I figured I could just light this baby on fire. But it wasn't activating as much as I would have liked, so I switched over to Ard. From the first attack I can already see this is doing significantly more damage, so we go to town casting Ard whenever I could. I did notice that the damage was getting lower as the Toad lost more health, so I'm guessing Ard does percentage-based damage and it relies on how much health the enemy has left. But that's alright, at this stage of the run I was locked in and I just spent ages slowly lowering its health. Eventually I'm able to take down the Toad. But all that running around did a number on Geralt and he is poisoned. It's so bad that he is knocked out. When we wake up, we are imprisoned on a ship.
Greetings, Geralt. Remember me?
I remember. We met in White Orchard. You're...
Vaunterodin, known also as Master Mirror. I helped you find your Yennefer. we meet again. And it seems you need my help again. I shall help you, Geralt. But before I do, I must know you'll return the favor.
Right. Can't possibly get something for nothing.
Indeed.
Geralt then receives quite a painful mark on his face to show that he has made a deal with Gaunt O'Dim. Not long after, a storm approaches and Geralt is sent flying out of the ship. We wake up to find ourselves in quite the bind, but nothing can stop Geralt. With our hands free, it was time for our next battle against the Aetheri Mage. When this battle starts, you have all your gear unequipped, but I can just put it all back on. What would we do without our best in slot 1 armor shirt? Now, the best strategy for this fight is to just turn around and leg it. They will give chase, but Geralt's too quick. If you continue to the edge of the island, you will be out of bounds, which will pull up the fast travel. You can then just leave this area completely. We meet back up with Gaunter, and he claims our escape was all down to him, which is huge if true. To repay our debt, we need to help him out. Gaunter has a score to settle with Olgierd, the man who gave us the Toad contract. So, we pay him another visit. Of all the options here, I decide to fight him, which isn't necessarily the most evil option. But this fight is fun, and I didn't want to miss out on the chance to fight Olgierd.
Stunt and fight.
For this duel, we rely on our dodging. I start by using Ard to deal decent damage, but I thought it would be more fun if we beat him up. You can stun him if you punch him just before he swings. Then I can go to town and I make sure to have Quen active as a failsafe in case I do take some damage. But there's not really much else to say about this fight. I just keep repeating what I was doing and eventually we can take him out. With Olgierd defeated, Gaunter arrives.
I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must
Grant you 3 requests by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
So we learn that Geralt must complete 3 wishes for Olgierd. Shouldn't be too hard, right?
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Bossodi. Oh, none rival Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fine, seems easy enough. And the third?
Complete those 2. Then we shall speak of the third.
Now that we know our first 2 tasks, it was time to get some help. I couldn't think of a better person than Shani.
Shani, please. No use complaining. Just help me.
She's able to find the location of Vladimir, and we make our way there right away. In the crypt, we perform a summoning ritual to try reach Vladimir, but instead, we awaken all the spirits in the area. They seem pretty angry that I woke them up. I suppose it's time to put them back to sleep, permanently. Unlike most wraiths and spirits, you can actually punch these guys. This allows me to build up my adrenaline a lot faster. With more adrenaline, I can cast Ard more frequently, which speeds up this fight substantially. With the Von Everett family taken care of, we can finally speak to Vladimir. To fulfill the request, we need to show Vladimir the time of his life, which is quite hard as he is a spirit. But we do have a plan. Vladimir decides to possess Geralt's body, giving him full control. This will allow Vladimir to attend a wedding with Shani and potentially fulfill the request. Sometime later we arrive at the wedding. Vladimir makes a few adjustments to Geralt's appearance and we are ready to ruin the wedding.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
So our first stop is to play Gwent, of course.
Most certainly would. You needn't ask twice, midget.
Damn it! He got me!
For losing, we are given these cute ears to wear for the rest of the night. I'm sure Shani won't mind. We meet some more people and volunteer to help out.
Ow! The man's got ass ears. It's a first seat to help himself.
Despite that baseless slander, we still help out to find the missing Fire Eater. We take the aggressive approach and scare the dog away using a stick. After that, we rescue the Fire Eater and threaten him.
I've never seen such behaviour. This is overt lack of respect for the arts.
I guess we better inform them of the bad news.
Oh no. What can we do?
Come now, stiff upper lip. A silly sconce swiller no wedding makes nor breaks.
Well, the night can't get much worse, can it?
Lads, mutants calling us names.
Stand down, swineherds, or Lord Witcher will give you a bloody mighty drubbing.
Show us what you got.
Hot damn, boy. You needn't ask me twice.
After taking care of those guys, I'm surprised we haven't been kicked out of the wedding yet. Later on, Vladimir decides to write a letter to Olgierd, which is perfect as it will give us the evidence we need to prove we've completed the first task. As it reaches midnight, Gaunter appears and intervenes to send Vladimir back to the Shadow Realm. This means Geralt is back in control and we can start heading towards the second task.
I'd like to stay longer, but...
Don't make excuses, Geralt. I should find Aldona. I am her bridesmaid, after all.
Ah, there it is. The face of a man who's failed to understand a woman.
You understand her?
Of course. Women are simple. The problem is that men are hopeless fools.
Wiser words have never been spoken. I can't leave Shani like this, so I head back and give her some rowan flowers, her favourite. Instead of chatting at the table, I think Shani and I can both agree it's way better to go for a walk. You might think leaving Shani alone is the more evil option here, but sometimes you need to see the bigger picture. We take Shani out for a nice romantic boat ride under the full moon. I can let you guys work out what happens next. Back on task, we meet up with Olgierd and give him the letter to complete our first objective. It was at this point I realised I had leveled up a fair bit and I can finally use the last ability slot. I add far-reaching Ard so it increases its range. The second task required us to get Maximilian Borsodi's house. Moving a house might be hard, but we'll see how we go. In an attempt to meet the Borsodis, we join an auction. You just know I have to ruin this for everyone. So naturally, I bid on everything. I can't have anyone else get any items here. I need to waste all their time. Our antics drew some attention and we meet Horst Borsodi. We don't waste any time and just ask him about the house. He's not impressed and gets the guards to escort us out. Once outside, we teach those guards a lesson for getting in our way. This draws the attention of a shady fella. He proposes a plan to help us get the house, so naturally we are intrigued. Before we meet back up with him though, I put on the spectacles we won at the auction. Look how stylish we are now. We meet back up with the shady guy and he has a plan for a heist. We just need to recruit a few more people for him.
What's going on here?
Breakfast!
Our first recruit is threatening to blow himself up, so naturally we insult him.
You're not just a cuckold, you're a coward.
Me? A coward? I'll no listen to this type!
Not only do we get to insult him, we also get to beat him up. I thought the most appropriate way to deal with him would be to light this fiery bugger up in flames.
You bruised my bones! Right splintered them!
Sorry. Would have preferred to talk it out.
With him defeated, he finally decided to listen and we recruit him to our team. The next person we need to recruit is Eveline. She agrees to help, but on one condition. We must fill in for her circus act. The only problem here is that we need to use a crossbow, which is against the rules. So we try another method and just pay her a lump sum to join our team. Problem solved.
Alright, let's get to work. Want to be done with this as soon as possible.
In the heist, we are forced to wear this uniform and have a wooden sword equipped. I unequipped the sword, but when combat starts, it just automatically re-equipped it. It's not a problem though, as I can just light all these guys on fire and get through easily. We then made our way into the vault. This is where we learned that the shady fella was actually Geralt Borsodi, the brother of Horst. We are given a choice here on who to team up with, so we betrayed Geralt and turn on him. Who could refuse a monetary reward? In this fight, Geralt does not get targeted, so I can just sit back and keep casting Ard to slowly defeat him. With Ewell defeated, it was now time to deal with Horst.
Be happy to help you join your brother.
We can just light him on fire. The enemies with shields will block Igni, but if I use Fire Stream on them, the shield will get too hot and they'll drop it. This allows me to take care of them as normal. With everyone in the heist taken care of, I switch back into my normal attire and obtain Max Bossodi's house. We head back to Olgierd to give him the house and also inform him about how we went about business.
It's why both brothers are dead, and why you should tread carefully. Fulfilled 2 of your wishes. Time I learned the third. Third task, if you don't mind.
Aye, aren't you stubborn? Fine. Listen well. I had a wife once. The day I saw her last, I gave her a rose. A violet one. Bring me that blue. Wouldn't mind reminding myself what it looks like.
When was that? How long's it been? Flowers wilted and turned to dust by now.
You wished to hear a wish. Now you have. Fulfill it.
The final task takes us to the Von Everich estate. When we arrive, we see a mysterious figure in the distance. I guess we better investigate. When we arrive at the nearby gate, we see a black cat. Maybe it's an ominous sign of things to come. We continue investigating the area and see the robed creature yet again. This creature is known as the Caretaker. In this fight, the Caretaker mainly uses melee attacks, so we just keep our distance. To deal damage, I will rely on Ard once again. When the Caretaker completes a combination of swings, they will do a powerful AoE attack. When they start glowing, I need to quickly move backwards to avoid being hit. After this attack, they will be stunned, so I can punch them a few times to get some adrenaline. For some reason in this fight, dodging didn't give me any adrenaline. This means I need to take it slow and really focus on getting those extra punches so I can keep at least 1 bar of adrenaline. When the Caretaker's health reached 2/3, they started summoning spirits. During this phase, the Caretaker will walk around killing the spirits, which will heal him. Normally you can just use your silver sword to hit them, but punching them seems to do the job. My efforts are in vain as the Caretaker still heals back up to full health. At this moment in time, I was quite worried as I would need a miracle to avoid the Caretaker healing every time they summoned the spirits. But I press on and the Caretaker now has a new lunge attack. This move is really easy to dodge and leaves them vulnerable, allowing me to get some punches in. I kept going until the Caretaker reached 1/3 of their health and they summoned the spirits again. After that cycle, they were back at 2/3 of their health. But no matter, we go again. Luckily, it seems like the spirit summoning is scripted at certain health thresholds and I could slowly whittle their health back down. I used Ard the whole time and eventually it looked like they had 0 health remaining. I don't know why they wouldn't die and I was stressing big time. I was thinking maybe you need to strike them down with a silver sword to finish them off. But changing to Igni allowed me to do that last bit of damage that I needed and we could defeat the Caretaker finally. Remember that cat? Turns out it can talk and it gives us some guidance on how to find the rose inside the manor. We head inside and we're greeted by a wraith. Now this fight is a real pain, probably my least favourite so far, and there are 2 reasons for that. The first being that the wraith is relentless in hunting you down and swings pretty quickly, stunning you. The second being they can heal, and if you're not quick enough it will be a full heal. When the portraits glow, you need to attack them, which means I need to conserve my stamina and adrenaline to be able to cast right away to prevent healing. So my strategy ended up being that I used Quen to reflect small amounts of damage back to the wraith. Then when they started to heal, I would have to swap to Ard and use an adrenaline point to cast it immediately. Seems simple enough, right? But when casting signs, the targeting can be a bit janky and it will target the wraith, not the portrait. This means I waste an adrenaline point and also waste time and the wraith will heal more than it should. But if I am one thing, it is persistent and I stuck at it for a very long time. There was no chance I would die in this encounter, but one mistake would mean the fight would drag on for another few minutes. But eventually, I am able to finally take this abomination out. This leads us to find Iris, Olgierd's former wife. We decide to bury her properly to try calm her spirit, and in doing so she reveals to us a painting. This is no ordinary painting, and we can enter it to access a new world. This painted world allows us to relive the memories of Iris and Olgierd to get a better understanding of their relationship. Everything seems pretty normal at this point until a shadowy spider confronts us in the garden. There's nothing I love more than giant spiders in video games. These guys move really fast, so I need to keep on the move to prevent being overrun. Like usual, I'll damage them with Ard until they have a small amount of health. Another thing I forgot to mention is that the larger spiders can attack from range and ensnare Geralt in a web. This will make us defenseless, and I get really lucky not to die here. Undying will save us, but since they attack multiple times, this means I was vulnerable to die in the second attack. Eventually I found a corner of the garden where only this giant spider was in my aggro range. When I took it out, the game thought I had defeated them all since it ended combat. This was a surprise to be sure, but I'll take it. Those spiders were so damn annoying. We head inside the painted manor and learn that the relationship was rocky to say the least. Olgierd made a deal with Gaunter, which made him heartless. This caused a lot of problems and resulted in them divorcing. Because of this, Iris, even in the afterlife, was suffering. All her nightmares were a result of one thing: the monster Olgierd had become. This led us to our final battle. This involves taking on 6 demonic Olgierds. Luckily, you do not need to fight them all at once. If you run away like a little coward to the other end of the room, only one Olgierd will target you. As long as you don't attack any of the other Olgierds, they will not join in. So I can use my usual strategy of using Ard to deal the bulk amount of damage first. Then when it starts slowing down a bit, I switch over to Quen to reflect the last remaining bit of damage. When the first Olgierd is defeated, another one will wake up and join the fight, so I can just wait up here for them to slowly make their way over, and I can repeat the same strategy. One thing I need to be careful of though is the red attacks. These cannot be blocked with Quen, and I was lucky not to die here. The third Olgierd has a new move where they can teleport and use a red attack from behind you. This will make the fight a lot more difficult, as I have to be switched on. I need to ensure I don't get careless and only use Quen when I know for certain I will block the attack. One mistake will be all it takes to lose this battle. The next 3 Olgierds are exactly the same, so it's just about concentration now.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone. Just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in, take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin.
With Iris's greatest fear taken care of, we meet up with her once again. We ask her for the rose and she does part with it. This causes the painted world to fade away and Iris can finally be at rest. We head back to the tavern to deliver the news that the final task is complete, but we are met with Gaunter this time. All of a sudden it seems like time has stopped. Perhaps Gaunter is more powerful than we first realized.
You're not human, that's clear. So what are you? A demon? A djinn?
Do you really wish to know?
Yes.
No, Geralt. You don't. This one time I shall spare you and not grant your wish.
How mysterious. Gaunter then informs us there is one last thing we need to do, and that is to bring Olgierd to the Temple of Levani. This could end badly, so I think it's best we see Shani first, and tell her how we really feel about her.
You know, been wanting to ask you something.
Ask me now.
Just curious. You ever play Gwent?
Oh, Geralt. Geralt. Of course I play.
Shani could never beat me.
You're good. So good, I'd say you spend more time chatting up folk for games than you do on serious matters.
Nah, got lucky, that's all.
Later that night, we head to the temple.
Strange choice of locale. Guessing there's a reason for it.
You're an art lover. Thought you'd appreciate the place?
We inform Olgierd we have completed his third and final wish. With that, Gaunter decides to join in and Skye walks down to us. Since Gaunter had now completed the contract with Olgierd, it was time for Gaunter to claim his soul. That sounds pretty evil. We could intervene if we were a hero or something, but I think letting the person who is equivalent to the devil have his way with Olgierd is the right choice here for our Geralt.
At last. It's over.
Gonna remove the brand?
Ah, right away. Done. Now, tell me what reward you've chosen.
For our reward, we take the saddle as it's like the best one in the game. With that, the story of Geralt comes to an end. For now. The challenge was a success, and we can say that we can in fact complete Hearts of Stone with just our Witcher signs. I will take on Blood and Wine at some point, but I will wait until it's a bit closer to the release of Songs of the Past. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to see more of my videos in the future. I'll see you all next time.